Hello, everyone. This is PartyWipeGames. We are back on our third episode of Mass. We Can Be Heroes. I am the storyteller, director, game master, whatever you want to call me, for this fun-filled superhero teen drama. And my players, of course, are here as well. They will introduce themselves, who they are playing, and what their power set is. So feel free to jump in any order.
Since no one else is taking the lead, I'll take
You're
it.
the party leader.
The party leader's gonna lead. All right.
Hi, everyone. My name, I'm Saint Guard, writer streamer, sometimes GM Table role-playing games. I am playing Arena, real name Parisa Zatkan. She is a protege of Steel Gunner, a Bronze Generation anti-hero, I guess is the best way. Her skill set involves power armor and hard light constructs, where she can imitate other people's powers. Yeah, that's Parisa or Arena.
Yeah. Next up.
Hey everyone, I am ResPWG, co-founder of PartyWipeGames, the channel that you're watching right now. I am playing Hummingbird, real name Amelia Larucio. She is a Yanis with the power set of being able to detect danger before it happens to her, and superior mobility when it comes to things like parkour, and her costume has a kind of wing suit to him so that she can glide around. And she's also very strong, has good toughness and agility, and I totally knew that the entire time.
You have to bring that up last session at all.
Didn't have to bring that up last session at all.
That's a thing that I have.
Alrighty. Next up.
Hello, everybody. I am Ark Survivor, and I am playing Liam Taylor, real name Liam Taylor.
The Liam.
The Liam, as Rin likes to call him. And he has the Nova set of powers, which is basically really powerful, but can easily tear things up accidentally.
Hello, I am Shay. I am playing Azrael, real name Zoe. I am a doomed. I'm basically going to be retired at some point in the future.
But why is she going to be retired?
Such a polite way to put it, too.
Yeah, I know, right? I was trying to think of a good word. Anyway, yeah, my powers are I'm strong and fast. I can draw upon visions, and I can psychically summon stuff. Like, I can make psychic construct-y stuff.
But what is it about
And
the Doomed that sets Azrael apart from other heroes?
I got a nemesis. Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Nemesi. Namase namasama masusa.
Ah.
No! No! Backed out way far. Go back! Stupid mouse. Alright. Now that moment of unprofessionalism is done.
Wow. It was super far.
Yep. It's like when you try and click like the X to undo the horrible thing that you were trying to not get yourself stuck in, and it's like, nope, fuck you, we're just gonna keep going. And it's like, why do we even have this X?
Oh, Heron.
Yes?
I noticed we got our party from Saturday showing up on the Twitch screen.
I should have told it to turn off. It shouldn't be displaying. Hang on.
Why don't you set the scene so that you can handle that while we're doing our thing?
Alrighty. It's Friday. Just a day after your clash with the unknown superpowered entity on the streets of Halcyon City. It's a warm day. The sky is clear and blue, a few clouds here and there, but otherwise a very pristine day. The camera starts as it always does, a nice overhead shot of the city, and it descends down, and this time it goes down a more disheveled looking alley. There's dirt and grime, and the shadows seem to loom around every corner, and graffiti marks the walls. And as the camera passes over one of them, there is a really nicely drawn graffiti mural that marks basically like tagged territory of a mass crime gang, and it says something like "Live, laugh, love. The Jester Gang is always watching you," and you see the mural depicts a leering clown in the kind of eerily creepy visage of like Pennywise. If Pennywise had superpowers instead of supernatural eldritch horror powers, and then a group of masked henchmen that surround this figure, doing like the Slavic sports suit, kneeling and crouching, like there's just the little squat crouches around them with their arms out. And each of the clowns have that same Pennywise makeup where it's the red lines over the eyes, and their faces are all white, and they've got horrifying orange hair that stretches out. And all of the henchmen have masks over it, but the main one has that look, and their eyes, instead of being like a eerie yellow, are even in the mural have this like deep glowing purple look. But it just says, "Live, laugh, love. The Jesters are always watching you." And then the camera moves away as there's a unnerving laughter and the sound of footsteps down the alleyway, like the cameraman is given the signal that he needs to keep moving. And it speeds out and zooms around a few winding labyrinthian passageways of this alley before coming out onto a busy street again. And I think the camera settles in on Liam first, because there's something about Liam we haven't addressed before. Liam has a point of contact that he hasn't gone to see in a while. Liam?
Yes.
Marianne Marique had sent you a message last night saying that she wanted to talk to you. You didn't see it that night because you had all spent the evening getting team drunk, as you were. And now it's about 8 in the morning, and do Novas get hangovers, or do you just burn off all the alcohol?
It's not entirely...
Fire
Not
erupts
as-
ears while he's drunk. Just burns out through his head.
Liam?
It's not completely burned off, but it's definitely not as bad as it would be for anyone else.
Would you say your powers help you metabolize it a lot better?
Yes.
So, you wouldn't be hungover then this morning. So, tell us about Marianne Marique, and what sort of scientist is she?
She is the comic book scientist that just kind of knows everything.
Okay.
They're never given a specific field,
Gotcha.
but she's in. I don't even remember what culture generator I grabbed this name, but she's in her probably about mid-40s, probably upper mid-40s, and she is helping / studying Liam to see what the powers actually, where they come from and all that.
Okay. And so the camera shows Liam walking towards a building, and the camera zooms up from, the back shot of his shoulders as he's walking towards this large, obviously laboratory building down this Silicon Valley type district. But the camera zooms up to get a good view of this building, and you see written on it, Sunshine Labs.
Don't eat the ice cream.
And so, Liam, you head inside, you take the elevator, and there's the soft ding ding bang ding.
He just looks completely out of place. Everyone's wearing a suit or a lab coat.
Yeah, you have to check in, you get a badge, but you still look awkward as you're sitting there with your little guest pass. And before long, you have descended down. Surprisingly, about 10 levels into the ground, where the lab door opens up into a fully sterilized, white floor, white walled, white lighted laboratory. And there's only one person in this large room. It is a early 40s-year-old woman. Her hair is a large mass of curled dark brown hair that looks like it was attempted to be tied back into a ponytail, but the mass of curls overtook that and just bloom around her head like a giant mane, and it goes in every direction and is completely disheveled. There's stray hairs that fall around her face, and when she hears the door open, she turns and she says, "Ah, Liam, it's good to hear from you again." And she turns and you see Marianne Marique. She's in her lab coat, probably a pair of slacks and her shirt's tucked in. She looks very professional, but disheveled. There's dark bags under her eyes, kind of indicating that she probably hasn't slept and probably hasn't gone out to see the sun in some time. And she rushes over, and she's flanked by a hovering robot with a single blue eye and, like a little set of propellers underneath it that keep it floating. And she says, "Liam, good. I tried to reach out to you yesterday, but I got your voicemail. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You're here now. That's important. Come. Let's sit. Let's talk. Tell me everything that's been going on with your superheroing."
Are you doing okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Research has been fascinating.
Have you slept?
Define sleep, Liam.
Sleeping, resting for 8 hours.
Oh, no, that's inefficient. I collect myself in 20 cycles of 15-minute REM power naps. It's much more efficient than wasting so much time sleeping, and she air quotes. That also doesn't sound like a real thing.
I don't think it's been 15 minutes.
Sorry, you cut out what?
I don't think you can actually achieve REM sleep in 15 minutes.
Who's the scientist here, Liam? You or me?
You?
Exactly. So I clearly know what I'm talking about. See the lab coat? And she holds the lab coat out. It means I'm a doctor. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, fine.
Don't worry about it. I'll be alright. So, tell me about your powers. How is being a superhero? You haven't blown anything up lately, have you?
Define blown up.
You know, boom! And she, makes an exploding gesture with your powers.
No, not that way.
Good. Well, tell me everything.
And I'll give a quick rundown of all the things that have happened in the past few weeks.
Wow. You sure have been productive. That's good. That's really good. And you're getting better control of your powers?
It changes from moment to moment.
Excellent. Well, I've devised something that might be able to help you, Liam.
And that is...
Oh, it's just a neural enhancer. It's going to help you lower your inhibitions so that you can release your energy at a much more potentially powerful rate. We're going to test it in a controlled environment. You're not going to go out into the world and use it. We're going to test it here.
Okay.
Excellent. And so she rushes over to a table, and you see her start pulling away various devices. There's a little compact handgun that has a blue spheroid container around it. She sets that over. There's various robot limbs. There's a backpack that she sets down. It looks like a mechanic's bag sort of thing. There's a couple harnesses. There's a couple of strange metal spheroids that she slides around before she comes to a headband that has a bunch of wires on it and little suctions to put around somebody's skin. And she's like, come, Liam, come over and come see.
He will follow.
All right. And so she goes to work setting this on your head, and it fits snugly, and she fashions it on, and she looks over to the robot, and she says, all right, Blip, start getting the vital readings, and go ahead and mark for me angry and hopeless, just for the sake of the experiment.
Okay.
And you feel this turn on, and the way it feels, for the sake of the conditions being marked, is it's like your fight or flight receptors get switched off completely, and you just feel a more combative urge to fight things, but not necessarily with the restraint or caution. And she's like, all right, so the tests are going to begin. I'm going to want you to attack the targets as they appear. So do your best to unleash your powers as much as you can, and we'll see what happens. So, with that, though, go ahead and roll me and unleash your powers. And so, when you roll, you still manage to channel the energy. Tell me what you do when you unleash these powers as a ball pops up into the air, and it's just a white spheroid that shoots up out of the ground and hovers in the air for a moment.
I'm going to essentially come to use my telekinesis to grab it and throw it back into the ground.
And so you just throw it back into the ground and smash into it. But when you do, you use your telekinesis to grab it, and it wobbles and shakes, and you have to put in a little bit more effort. And she's just standing behind you, like well within your personal bubble, and she's like, yeah, excellent. This is good. It's testing your limitations and putting a great deal of strain on your mental faculties. How are you feeling? And then you slam it down into the ground, and it bounces and shatters into pieces.
This feels like it's making it harder.
Of course. Weightlifters have to increase the weight that they put on their bodies when they are trying to increase their muscles. Harder makes your ability
Is this
stronger.
basically weighted clothing for my mind?
If you wanted an esoteric Dragon Ball sort of look at it, yes.
Of course she knows what that is.
Of course she knows.
Okay,
what
what's
that
the
is.
next test?
Let's see how well you do against this. And she pushes a button and 3 balls appear. Go ahead and unleash your powers again. And so this one's even less controlled as you grab it on the 3, and you're able to like briefly hold 2 of them while a third struggles a little bit lower than the other 2. But how do you take care of the 3 of them?
Try to grab the outside 2 and smash them into the middle one.
And so with that brief struggle, you slam the 2 into it and bring all of them down, and they shatter. And she says, excellent. Really not testing your abilities to its fullest. Well, I think that's enough for today. And she takes down some notes, and the little robot bleeps at her, and she says, yes, quite fascinating. All right, you can take it off, and you can untick those conditions. All very fascinating, Liam.
So that's it for today?
Well, unless you wanted to go over some more personal questions, like, are you dating anyone? Are you being active as a young teenager?
And then he teleports away.
It's important for your superhero development that you also, release your energies. And she, like, air quotes.
I was drinking.
Slowly.
Don't make me laugh while I'm drinking.
As she's been saying this, she's been slowly backing towards the elevator.
All right, well, keep me posted if any of those super heroines catch your interest. I would be fascinated to know how the development of that goes.
Pressing button as quickly as he can.
Goodbye, Liam. She waves. Blip. Let's get back to work.
She's just like, if anything does happen, let me observe for science.
Let me observe for science.
I want to see if things explode.
Literally?
Probably.
Probably. Alright, so yeah, Liam, you back out, and that's where your scene ends. The camera then heads over to another scene we really haven't done just yet, but we're going to focus on Parissa.
I'll be right back.
You also woke up this morning. Is the doc a shipper? Is this what we've done? It could be. She was curious. She tried to find out. She didn't get an answer. Parissa, you also had a message.
Oh no.
Yeah, you also had a message waiting for you from a Mr. Arrington.
Oh boy, Shinobu. Oh good. All right.
The message just said downtown, Black House Coffee, 8:30. Be there. And it's just like it was all just like bullet point text.
Right. glad I'm meeting at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a time.
It's currently 8:02. You better hurry.
Yep, it's fine. Well, I'll get there. I got an Uber to get there. It's fine.
You got an Uber to get there, yeah. So you take this Uber and you head into downtown Halcyon City, no less marvelous in its grandeur as a city of the future, but this is more of the like. This would be like you go into like the grungy Seattle downtown where it's like it's purposely made that way for like a hipster kind of scene, and it's not really in a bad condition. It's
aesthetically run down.
Yeah, it's aesthetically run down, and Shinobu.
That's an actual thing.
It is.
Yeah, it's called post-industrial.
Yeah, and Shinobu, of course, has no concept of post-industrial. He just likes the way it looks.
Yeah.
So when you arrive at this coffee shop, you, of course, see your old mentor. I'm assuming he's half Japanese since his last name is Arrington. Is that a fair assessment? Can I take creative liberty?
100%. I didn't have anything for him other than the fact that Shinobu Arrington sounds like a very superhero name.
It does, in fact. But he has very strong Japanese features, even if his eyes don't have the traditional slant. They have a very rounded look, but he still has like the sharp Japanese face lines and hairline. But he's overall a very fit-looking man, and he's sitting in one of the chairs, and he's just sternly staring at the like coffee bar where there are like the stereotypical overly pierced, dyed-haired, strange-looking, hipster baristas and people, and he's just like has this look like, I have made a horrible miscalculation in this place. And he just looks incredibly uncomfortable because he thought this was going to be a rundown, grungy place, and it's in fact just a hipster hideaway.
Arena would be amused if it wasn't, Shinobu Arrington of all people who's looking uncomfortable. So, you guys don't have those kinds of priests everywhere?
No, seriously, in California, that's like the only barista.
That is the only barista, yes. It's not so bad here in Arizona, but when I worked for Starbucks in Virginia, it was pretty much everyone but me.
Yeah, it's like everyone is either pierced, tatted out, and then there's that one guy that's like nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it highly depends on where, because like when I lived in Boston, that definitely wasn't the case for a lot of places, but that's because it's a lot of students who are working it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Parisa goes and gets some coffee because she needs it. Boy, does she need it. And then she takes a seat across from Shinobu.
Yeah. And he probably has like the equivalent of what would be like he asked for strong coffee, and but they're like, it's like 95 degrees outside, and he's like, fine, make it cold. And then they gave him just like a frappuccino, and it has like an absurd amount of whipped cream and chocolate sprinkles, and he just looks incredibly unhappy with it too. And when you come and sit down, he says, Parisa, there you are. Good.
Yeah, she looks at it. She looks at his drinks, just like, why didn't you just get an iced coffee?
What's an iced coffee? You put ice in coffee? What kind of world is this? He like slams a fist down on the table.
I love this. Nobody normal teaching you anything.
I love Shinobu. God. She just sighs.
They started arguing with me when I asked for a large, and they said I needed to order something called a venti, and I told them I didn't want tea.
Yes, it's a, how would I put it? Affectation, I guess.
Venti's not a real word, they made it up.
Well, it's just like, it's sort of it's a real word, not in English though. But anyway, you wanted me here?
Yes, I wanted to see how your progress was going. I heard you took down a superpowered individual, or at least deterred it from causing a lot of destruction. That's good.
That we did. It escaped into the sewers, though.
I also
Wouldn't
heard,
happen to know anything about it.
not at the moment, but I also heard you got my robot beat up. Or my suit beat up.
It's your robot, your suit. No one who's been working on it for the past while, but yes, it had some very sharp blades. And sharp blades and ablative armor sometimes go together, but in this case they didn't. You don't happen to know anything about this X, do you?
We've been keeping an eye on the creature as well. It likes to stick to the sewers. It's very unfortunate because it makes it hard for me to go down there after it. Small field of fire doesn't work well with me. Tight quarters.
Right, of course. Agent Johansson was saying something about that. Not the field of fire thing, more the keeping an eye on it thing.
Yes, currently Mole Main is after it, trying to stay in the sewers. And that's not Mole Man, it's Mole Main, M-A-N-E.
Is it a lion mole?
It is a
hybrid.
It is a what is the power set? Transformed? Yeah, it is a transformed Silver Age hero named Mole Main that is half man, half lion, half mole.
Amazing.
He's 1.5 of a person.
That would absolutely be a Silver Age thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Man bear pig.
Yeah, it's just man bear pig, but it's Mole Main.
Man lion mole.
Yep, man lion mole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And like that's his thing is he gets corrected on it a lot, and he's like, no, I'm half man, half mole, half lion. Like, what are you not getting?
Yeah. He's old. He would be old at this point too, because he's a Silver Age hero.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, people keep doing it's like you kids don't understand.
Kids today, they don't understand what it's like to be half man, half mole, half lion.
But Mole Man, that's 150%. Shut up. Back in my day.
Back in my day, 100% could go over 100%. You never heard of giving 110%? Damn millennials, that's what's wrong with you.
That's not how math works.
That's it. I'm kicking your ass.
Mole Man's just become like some New Yorker.
Yeah, he's just a disgruntled old New Jersey man.
Yeah, his real villains are the sewer crocodiles. Those are his real nemesis.
Does he? Never mind.
Anyway, so tangent over.
But yeah, he says Mole Main is currently scouring the sewers to try and find it.
Yes, that's good to hear. I look forward to hearing more from you and from Agent Johansson. So, how much the agent will tell me is doubtful.
Oh, Johannes is a tough nut to crack. You'll have to stay on his good side as best you can, so you don't get on his bad side.
I'm not as worried about me as I am about my teammates.
Yes, well, that's good. How are your teammates?
They're doing well. We had to have a discussion with Asriel. You read about that bank robbery, right?
Yeah, she's the one who ghosted a couple of the hench, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried about her becoming a hood?
A little bit. Not totally. I think she's in a lot of turmoil right now with her so I can it's her power set and just lots of there are lots of problems I could foresee, but I think with a good team, with how we've been doing, I think we'll be fine.
If it becomes a problem, you know, as the leader, it's your duty to make sure you protect Halcyon City above all else.
course. It would be inappropriate to do otherwise.
He gives you that hard look, and you hear like the swing wheel sound as like you make eye contact, and he says, "Parisa, I mean for the good of Halcyon City, you need to be prepared to do what is necessary if it becomes an issue."
Sounds like he's trying to shift my labels.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that is a good chance to try and adult shift your labels.
What's he shifting? What's he trying to shift?
Let's see here.
I'd say danger up.
Yep, he's going to shift your danger up, and I would say
Probably
wouldn't-
Dane.
I
Or
wouldn't
savior.
say I wouldn't say savior. I was thinking savior for a moment, but he wants you to be able to do this to protect Halcyon City and the greater good.
Maybe
so
freak
lowering
or
your
mundane.
defend, probably mundane,
Okay.
because he wants you to put friendship or the greater good above friendship. So I think he wants to raise your danger and lower your mundane.
I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna resist his influence.
All right.
No, I reject your influence, Shinobu.
Yeah, do it.
All right, let's see how poorly I do. Oh no, okay, that's not bad at all. All right, so I get to choose on a hit. You successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. I get to choose one. I don't want to cancel the influence because I care about what my mentor says.
You just don't agree with this.
Yeah, I just don't agree with what he's saying. You know what? I'm gonna go with the first one, which is clear condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Which I'm gonna do potential, and I'm gonna like, I look him hard in the eyes, just to say, we can only do it as a team. You saw what we did with X, and even in the bank robbery. It's not going to be done as a solo thing. If I have to be the leader that you want me to be, and always taking things into my own hands, she, like, puts it up in quotation marks, it's going to end poorly for all of us. It is better for us to be a team, not a collection.
And I think after you say that, the two of you sit. Hold on. Sorry, still sick, so I felt a cough creeping in. The two of you sit in silence for a little moment before he closes his eyes and does that, like, stoic head nod, and he says, "I see. So your mind's made up about this, then. Good. That's also acceptable, as long as you're willing to take responsibility for it as a team. Yeah, whether or not you deliver the killing blow, as should be your responsibility. If you are able to keep her under control and keep the city safe, I won't question your methods."
Good to hear, Shinobu. Well, is there anything else? I can tell you about the rest of my teammates, but she seemed to be the most pressing.
I already have a extensive dossier about your team, but are there any others that concern you?
Not really. Liam is Liam. He is, well, unstable, but he takes care of himself. I'm not worried about him. And, Hummingbird is effective. So, I'm more worried about myself right now with how the suit got beat up, but I can fix that. It's not like I'm totally out of luck without it. She kind of twists her wrist where like she has a watch and there's like a little bit of hard light that comes out, just like a small hard light blade that comes out. It goes back in, just like, Not totally out of commission.
That's good. As long as you keep that baby intact. Don't let it fall into disrepair too badly.
Every day, I have to do that. It's part of training, after all.
Exactly. Good. Keep your mind and tools sharp.
Well, next time you come here, or any place in downtown, get the nice coffee. Do better for you, I think.
Yeah, he like looks down at the like frappuccino looking drink, and he just kind of like, you see like the vein twitch on the top of his forehead as he's like trying to fathom what it is. And he's like, iced coffee. Right.
I can take that off your hands. I know someone who would really like it.
And he kind of like considers and he says, no. It's one more obstacle to overcome.
Oh my god.
Okay, this confirms that he secretly loves the drink, but
I
wants to
think
make
he
an
really
impression.
likes it.
Shinobu, you edgy boy.
I will confirm that it does look like it hasn't been touched yet, but he's like contemplating how to best go about drinking this.
He's poked it with a stir stick to like see what its contents are. Yeah, I understand what the image is here.
He's like, he can't fathom a blended beverage, and he's just like, what is this?
Yeah. He can only fathom smoothies. He can't fathom.
Yeah, he can fathom protein shakes.
Yeah. It's like, is this secretly a coffee protein shake?
Yeah, and
all right.
And so yeah, he basically he's like, all right, we're done. Have a good day. And he gets up. He bows respectfully.
She bows in response, just like, you as well.
And then once you head out, the camera lingers back to him, and he's staring at the drink. And then he finally like reaches out for it with the straw, and he brings it to his mouth, and you see him like sip it, but you don't see his facial response as it cuts to the next scene. He's a man of mystery. You'll never know. The next scene will cut to Hummingbird. What would Hummingbird like to do today in general? I'm gonna like move time along a little bit too, because we've already touched on your side character family life.
Yeah. No school?
I mean, you can go to school if you like, but I was just addressing because we hadn't touched on their two side people yet.
Yeah, I gotcha. Probably goes to school, and then probably after school will, if she has the day off, then she'll be probably flying around, keeping an eye on things.
I think you'll have the day off today.
All right, then she'll be flying around. Maybe go hang out with Arena later. Just
She
be
left.
Wow.
What happened?
As soon as she probably hangs out with Arena, Saint Guard dropped out of the call.
Oh no!
Wow. That's fine.
I'm back. I don't know what just happened. My Discord just decided to drop for a
Just
second.
hiccuped on you.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, though.
But yeah, you could totally hang out with Parisa. That she's down. She's nothing else to do but fix her mech and train today. So
Yeah, she'll probably go train with her because Amy tries. I feel like it's in that weird spot where it's like I'm already like ridiculously strong compared to normal people, so I don't need to train. But that might be kind of like a thing where Parisa got her to do it, where it's like, well, yeah, you're strong, but you have like no technique.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, well, yeah, then prove it. And then they had like a mock fight, and Parisa just handed her ass.
yeah.
And then she's like, okay, I guess I'll train. And it's probably good training for Parisa because Amy's strong and Liam's not strong physically. So, and she's probably there to make witty witticisms while she's fixing the mech.
Yeah. So,
Completely not helpful, just like
Yeah, so
I'll
let's
hand you like a
let's-
wrench every now and then.
let's dive into that scene. You two have a nice conversation while we're doing it. What sort of things would the two of you talk about?
It's a good question. Don't you? Who has the date today? It's not.
It is
Azrael.
Azrael has the
Okay,
date.
Zoe does. Cool. Okay. I just needed to remind myself. I was like, somebody has a date today.
I'll be right back.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So just like, are we sparring? Is Parisa fixing her mech right now? Which one would you prefer?
I guess if Parisa was like, I really need to fix my mech, then Amy wouldn't push the sparring. But she probably enjoys it to some degree, so she'd probably be like, yep, I'm here to spar.
Okay, then let's do sparring. She would
Okay.
like, if you showed up, she'd be like, okay, like it's time, I guess.
It's
time. It's time to spar. So yeah, they're in the middle of sparring. It's like, so, it's like literal sparring, literally just like, so, what are you doing the rest of your day? It's done,
I
so-
was
Go ahead.
I don't know. Probably go on patrol.
Hmm. It's not a bad idea. I met with my mentor earlier today, so I was just curious what people are doing.
Oh. Where did you go?
She's just like kind of has a smile on her face as she's like deflecting. She's deflecting one of Hummingbird's strikes. Just like, oh, what was Black Point Coffee was the place?
Yeah, it was like black something, so we'll say Black Point Coffee.
Black Point Coffee downtown.
Oh, so did it get blown up?
No, actually, it was very nice. It was actually pretty amusing. He,
They serve like really fancy drinks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very funny seeing Shinobu with a frappuccino.
That's the greatest thing
Yeah, I wish
I've ever heard.
I wish I'd gotten a picture. It would have been so good. You have to take it
You
off his
ha-
head, but
You have to text me next time.
look, I will next time. They have good coffee though, good iced coffee, gotta say. But still,
I've only
it
been
was.
once. So
Up- Yeah, I mean, maybe we go there later today. I don't know.
sure.
You do the hummingbird special. You walk in, say hi to everyone. You know, get your cred up. I think that's how they say it.
Well, it'd probably be better than that frickin' blogger.
Oh yeah. How? I haven't. I mean, I don't read their site or anything. Like, is that giving you problems?
Apparently, I was behind letting X into the sewers because someone got a picture of me trying to move the sewer cover. So apparently that was all me.
That's well. She's just like kind of shrugs. She shrugs as like a kick comes towards her head. Just she ducks it. Just like, well, you can't win them all, I guess.
And as you mentioned that, we have like a little cutaway scene to a blog post by Bay Bruno Brunson, and it says, Hummingbird, defacing street manholes, city menace, you decide. And it cuts back. And it's just a picture of you trying to lift the manhole cover.
Well, this is why I focus on things like training. I luckily don't have those problems, but still, can't let them get to you. No?
I try not to, but it's just it's so relentless. This one person, like everybody else, will usually be like, "Oh, well, obviously doing something to help," but this person, this B, just all the time, no matter what I'm doing, they find a way to twist it. Like the bank robbery, apparently I was trying to stop you guys from saving the day. That's the line that they were giving.
Weird. That's really weird. Huh.
You see another spinning in headline. Bank robbery at downtown Halcyon City. Hummingbird helping criminals steal from innocent old ladies? You decide.
Yes.
And
what
every
did
time
Hummingbird
when
do?
you decide.
It's always you decide.
It is
Yeah.
like such a leading headline.
They are incredibly leading headlines, and basically, like, if anybody takes the time to read them, none of the like actual thing implies that Hummingbird did anything wrong, but it is such a like
Just the title makes you think, yeah,
besmirchment.
go and click on the article.
It's such a besmirchment of character piece that like you try and it's like, yeah, and then they punched this guy and broke his nose. He's not going to be able to breathe right for years. Well, yeah, it's like stuff like that where it's like, well, he was a criminal, so it's not that big a deal. But, you know, it's like all of the deeds get twisted behind this like fine microscope where it's like, and then she did this. Did you think she was doing that to help the people or hinder them?
You decide.
Yeah, one of those fear tactic pieces. It's always like that, and it always ends with like you decide, because then she can't be held for slander. She can't be liable for slander because it's like oh, I didn't say it. I left it up for the people to decide.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I just asked the hard questions. Why does she
After
keep that
this-
mask on? Sorry.
After the second time, the Parisa like blocks a blow and turns it into put the like an arm bar behind her back, behind Amy's back, and just like puts a hand on her shoulder because she knows she has her pen. Just like, look,
How are you this strong?
lots and lots of training, which is why it's important that we focus. You can, with the training that we're doing, you will be as good as me or better any day now. Seriously, you are quicker and stronger than I will ever be, even in my mech. No matter what B has to say about you, you are one of the strongest people I know.
Yeah. It's just, it's so frustrating, and I know I shouldn't even read it, but God.
Yeah, I am trying to comfort or support you as well, if I can.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you.
Yeah. using the things this game has.
My God, it's like we're doing a scene.
Yep. Another 9. Cool. So you get to choose one of those things, if you open up to me, which it sounds like you were, but still.
Yeah. Which page was that on? I can find it.
It's in basic moves. I don't know what it is in the main book. But you get to they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels. They open up to you. Choose one of those.
I'm gonna mark potential.
Nice. Here you go.
You know, you're right, Parisa. You're right.
All right. Let's do this again. She just like pushes you around, just like, all right, come at me.
All right, and then she definitely comes at her again, and it's probably a really good view of the two training. Amy's probably lagging a bit, but she puts up a good fight.
Yeah, it's a very well choreographed training scene. Like, it's just it's a lot of like anytime like Parisa's trying to dodge most of Amy's attacks because Amy is again much stronger than Parisa is. So anytime there's that hit, it's that loud sound whenever there's a hit for Amy. But Parisa's usually able to like either dodge out of the way or get something like an arm lock or an arm bar.
Yeah,
Or,
it makes sense.
sweeping the leg. Leg sweep's always good. You got to stay on your feet.
I am way too comfortable around you, I think, because I can't even like detect half of these attacks coming my way.
Again, training, combat instinct.
I mean, it has nothing to do with that. It's literally a power. You're overcoming my ability.
There is in judo. It is a part that you use your enemy's strength against you. Sambo as well, but mostly judo.
That's Aikido.
Aikido. There's a lot like judo also has that sort of thing, but yeah, this was
Judo is all about using your
Judo's-
opponent's momentum, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Aikido.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Aikido.
Okay.
Judo is like wrestling times 10.
It is. This was I knew how to do these things. I've never done Aikido, so. But
I
yeah,
used to spar against, when I trained, and I never did Aikido, but I fought people who did Aikido, and they always ended up on my back.
well, there you go. Yeah. So. Anyway. I should get fixing my mech. You can stay here, go on patrol. Meet you later, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, for coffee.
yeah, exactly.
And she'll get up, and it's probably now that everybody will notice that Amy's mask is still half on, because when she's not on patrol or when she's not out of the base, she does the half mask where she has it bunched up over, like right under her nose. But when she leaves, she pulls it down all the way.
I'll text you.
I was gonna wait, and I'm gonna help with your mech, and it's probably Parisa probably knows by now. Amy is not much help, despite the fact that she has two brilliant scientist mothers. That apple fell a little far from the tree.
Yep.
It fell. Oh. I was just making a joke.
Yeah,
The apple fell and then rolled down a hill.
Pretty much, like she's like, hand me that screwdriver, and then she'll like hand you a wrench at first because she's just not paying attention.
One day, I'm going to be out of commission, not able to fix this thing. I'm going to need other people to fix it for me. I will remember not to ask you. I'm sorry. Screwdriver.
You know, right? Yeah, it's the right. And she hands you. She actually gets the screwdriver this time. You know, I need to update my costume.
Update? Is there something wrong with your costume?
I mean, it's made out of like
Fabric.
hoodie, like sweatpants, a unitard.
Fair. She actually stops and looks Amy up and down, just like, well, I don't know if I can help personally, but I bet if I asked Shinobu or a few other people, it's got to be like super tailors or something.
I mean, that's what I thought, but I didn't know who to ask. I mean, I got the wings.
Edna.
Yeah, I gotta find Edna. I got the wings, and I managed to get them on the costume right. It was a couple of rough landings after I first tried it, but then I got it on right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could ask around. I feel like I would be able to find someone. In the meantime, probably convert an actual wingsuit?
Yeah. Could probably buy one of those somewhere.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you want, I could probably give a few modifications, but I'm not really a big tinker. I know mostly just how to fix this thing and how to do hard light, but hard light is hard to do without the power source.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then she hands you a hammer.
It's like, I'm not trying to break this again. This is
Don't. That's for getting the dents, right? Or like the. Why would that help with the dents?
She's like starts to explain. It's like usually you would go inside and hammer it, but that's not for another probably couple like hour or two. She's like explaining her process. It's like it's probably like a bit down the line before I could use that.
Right.
Yeah, if you dent everywhere else, it'll all be even. Exactly. Anyway, actually, I just had the thoughts. She like puts the screwdriver away. Have you talked to Zoe?
I talked to her last night. I think she mentioned having some date, unless Zoe wouldn't have mentioned that, and then ignore me having commented on it.
Yeah, I haven't. I think she's mentioned something about that.
Would she have?
Yeah, did you brag that you had a hot date? Zoe?
I would not have bragged. I might have mentioned it. And if you check your phone, there's just a series of like random emojis, and Amy would know that's when I'm panicking.
Okay, so
There's at least 3 eggplants.
she sent me at least 3 eggplants. That looks like she gave me a poo emoji, which means she either ate something funky or, and that's a monkey, and that's a dance. No. Yeah, no, I'm not following this at all.
I'm glad you're here to do emoji interpretation, because I would not be able to translate.
She's definitely panicked. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to her? Just like kind of weighing with her hands, just like,
Oh, she just sent me another one. Yep, that's 3 poo emojis. Yep, we probably should go talk to her.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That seems important. Just like puts down the other like power tool that she's using. Just like, okay, let's go. We should. Where are we meeting her? Ask her for a place.
Yeah, Amy's gonna text Zoe. Where do you want to meet? Me and Parisa will meet you. I know where she usually hangs out. Let's try there.
Oh, okay. Let's go then. It's like walk. I imagine we go wherever we're meeting her. I don't know.
Where do you go to meet her?
I'm probably going to assume she's somewhere near her sanctum. I probably have not been in the sanctum, but I probably know that that's where she usually, like, the park area is where she hangs out. So I'll probably go there and just kind of be like, yep, this is probably where she is.
So, where did they go to meet you then, Zoe?
I'm probably in the park, probably not in my sanctuary, but I'm probably at some place that's relatively, few people, and I'm probably like in one of the like public restrooms staring in the mirror again, and I'm okay, how about this? What's on the menu? Me and you. No, that's stupid.
Oh my god. Arena, I don't know why, but I think we need to hurry.
Yep.
Yeah. So she spends some time practicing these lines in a panic in the mirror before you two find her in the public restroom, the park public restroom.
Hey, Zoe.
Hi.
We're not interrupting, are we?
I throw open the door and come on. There's an emergency.
I know you 3 poop emojis, Zoe. I know.
You have to help me. I've never been on a date before. You've been on dates, right? You've been on lots of dates. How come everybody goes on dates with you? I never have dates. What do I do?
First thing you need to do is calm down. It's the first step to all of this. Just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just do that a couple of times. Alright.
I'm going to imagine she does it like really fast for like 5
Yeah, like-
times, and then it's like, nope, slower.
Yeah, just
slower.
Okay. Now, where is this happening?
Oh, at this really fancy restaurant. Actually, I think you've been to it. Hummingbird.
It's a very awkward moment.
just like, okay. When is this? How much time do you have?
I checked my phone for the time.
What time is it right now?
7:15.
It's
I think
seven.
No.
It's 7:15. You guys
Oh,
were
shit.
Yeah.
you guys were training pretty hard today and repairing.
Oh, you know,
When's your date?
about
9.
45 minutes. Oh no, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Wait,
Not quite, but
An
close.
hour,
45 minutes.
What
1 hour.
time?
9
What
o'clock.
time?
9 o'clock.
Alright, so that's an hour and 45 minutes. Do you have something to wear?
Yeah, my.
She looks at her
Costume.
outfit.
Wait, did you say your costume?
Did we ever
Yeah, she
establish
said-
what your
she
costume
said to-
looks like?
She said to come in a costume.
Yes.
Oh.
I think we
Wear
did
the
first
mask.
episode.
Yeah, she detailed her costume.
Remind us what your costume looks like.
It's form fitting, so kind of so I can like show off like an athletic figure and try to be intimidating and cute at the same time. And the cape looks like wings whenever like I'm moving or falling because it like fans out. And then I have the mask as well that just kind of. I like to imagine it's sort of like you know the helmet that Captain Marvel had where it gave her like a mohawk.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think it's like that.
Okay.
I can imagine that.
I can dig it.
Nice.
I have no idea what helmet that is. I didn't see Captain Marvel.
You can look it up. She wears it in the comics too.
Yeah, it's basically like a full mask. The mouth is cut out.
And then
then
she puts some of
got
her
a
hair
mo-
through.
There's like a strip on top that the hair kind of pokes out of, and it looks like a mohawk.
Yeah. Which is weird because she doesn't have a mohawk. She has like a full set of hair, but she just puts through this mohawk.
That is a case of wanting to show off a lot of designs for Captain Marvel in one movie.
So,
Well, they do it in the comic too.
Yeah.
Which is why
But she
it's
actually has
kind
a
of weird.
mohawk in the comic.
No, she doesn't.
I think she does.
Mm-mm.
You know what? We're off
She,
track.
she keeps long hair, and then she does like a shortcut with the sides trimmed a little bit, but she never like fully shaves the top of her head. It is just a weird mohawky thing where the mohawk comes out. Yeah, it's like it's longer on top, so she could fit it through there. Yeah, but
Okay,
it's not
so
my
she
it's not my
wants-
favorite look. I like her with her hair short and helmet off, but
So she wants you to show up in costume.
wait. Oh,
Ish.
okay. I probably should have asked this first. Who? Is this? Who are you going on a date with?
Mayor's daughter.
She
Wait,
nods.
you know what?
It's like, oh, because we've all met her, right?
you
we
all
saved
met,
her.
you all saved her, yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
all
like-
remember Olivia
Oh.
Gutierrez, the mayor's daughter.
Oh,
Wow.
has she? Ever, she has never seen you out of costume, I assume.
No.
Okay. Huh. Well, it's just like she takes it. Parisa takes a second. It's just like I have no idea what to say. Just like
I do not know how to handle that. Wow. So.
Well, my advice, I guess, would be to
Don't use your powers.
Yeah, that's a good one. A good one. Don't use your powers. You know, I would say usually the standard thing is be yourself, but
No.
it's like you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Hey, you can be your superhero self.
Yeah.
That's what she wants to see, right?
She said to wear the mask.
So, there you go. You be Asriel.
But I've
Just the thing you need to focus on here is
nobody
focus.
like people have always been just either usually just scared of me or scornful or stuff, you know, when it's nobody asked me on dates ever. I've never even been kissed before.
Well, it's a first time for everything. So, just focus on her. Don't worry about.
What do I say? What do I like? When do I? How do I?
You're going to be fine.
Chances are she's probably gonna run the date anyway. She seems the type.
I guess maybe. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? No hands show up, right?
I mean, you could completely lose control of your powers, kill everybody in the restaurant, and then what? I'm trying to calm her down with humor.
You know what would be a great idea? If you guys
What's
went,
that random street hobo?
If you guys went with her and, like, from a voice comm, helped her through her date.
Get out!
So, hold on.
that was
A point! I have. Hold on.
The
I have
mission's
an
not
idea.
right.
I got an idea.
What?
We need to go with her and use the comms to help her out.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Nah, it'll be fine.
But you're not saying no.
Just puts her head in her hand, just like, oh no. Would you be more comfortable if we went with you?
I have
But
no idea.
but we can't just show up like with you. We would have to be at a different table.
No, yeah, it has to be just me, I think.
It's almost like one of you has a way to get in as well.
Yeah. We're not saying with you. We're saying, you know, same room. We pretend to be going on the date while you have your actual.
Yeah. That's. Oh, yep. Okay.
Go on.
That was. Yep. I mean, yeah, we could totally do that.
I mean, how do I know?
And then she puts a hand on Arena's or Parisa's shoulder and goes, "Hey."
Hey.
just like looks at you, just like, okay.
Meanwhile, the camera cuts to Liam sitting in his room. I wonder what everybody's doing
No,
tonight.
Liam's like sitting Liam's like sitting on a bench somewhere eating some Italian takeout, listening to music.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, this is a great day.
I'm not getting wrapped up in any weird shenanigans or anything. This is good.
You guys should definitely call Liam for backup.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
the restaurant explode.
We're gonna have Liam impersonate one of the waiters,
Oh, awesome.
I love this plan.
and then he'll be able to help you out.
I like how the hardest mission we have is a date.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
always the hardest mission.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
What part of Masks being about teenage superheroes made you think that this wasn't going to be a thing?
Oh, I knew it would be a thing.
Right. Well, how do I know when, how do I know if and when she, wants me to, kiss her? What do I do? How do I kiss?
That's is a question I do not have a good answer to.
I look to Amy.
She gets that deer in the headlights look.
the best answer I have for that is you'll know.
Uh-huh.
Look, you know what? If we see it before you, we'll give you a signal.
Great. What's the signal?
She's just like, what is the signal? Oh, you know...
The sound of a dying giraffe.
Chef's kiss is obviously the signal. There we go. Yeah. It's not gonna look weird at all.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Chef's kiss. Work perfect.
Okay. But what do I don't know what to say.
Hello, I find is a pretty good intro.
Yes. You can ask her how her day is. Her day was, I should say. Normal conversation. Again, she might be taking the lead on this, so maybe she'll be asking you questions. You can just answer those.
Yeah, who asked who on this date?
She did.
Did you give her your number?
Yes.
You don't remember? We all did.
Oh.
No, I did. I'm just trying to say,
No, I remember. It just Zoe seems too shy to do that.
Yes.
Look.
Look, she was kind of insistent.
Sounds like her. I would say. I wouldn't actually know, but
I can only say that the one time I've talked to her, it was after Liam blew up a building.
Or does Farisa have some secret of also rendezvousing with the mayor's daughter and not telling anyone? It's like, yes, that sounds like her.
She's texting Liam and is like, "Do you have a waiter outfit?" I'm giving zero context. I'm just sending that as a text.
Liam, a text arrives on your phone as you're eating your takeout Italian. Do you have a waiter's outfit?
It's a side job.
What kind?
Yeah.
You have more than one?
Well,
No.
It's like every time I go to every time I go to a Halloween party, I'm a waiter, but a different kind of waiter.
perfect.
I'm just gonna tell him where we are. Hold on. And then she texts Liam to be like, "Get over here. We're by the park."
Wait. Oh, wait.
What?
Nothing. It's just Liam. Everything's fine. It's
I
just
already sent the
Liam.
text.
Ha ha ha.
Is there something wrong?
No. Yes. No.
Zoe,
What's wrong is I'm going on a date and
why is Liam a problem with this?
nothing. I don't. No, he's not a problem. I'm just freaking out. Okay.
Fair enough. Look, we'll all be there. I guess all three of us now, and just gives a hard look to Amy, just like,
No. You see, we're gonna have him pose as a waiter.
that is okay. Sure, why not? just like, sure, okay.
Did you
Sure.
want him to come on our date?
I think that would be a little weird. Going
Yeah,
to
that would be weird. It would be weird. It should just be the two of us. I'm fine.
hmm
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Zoe, you're going to be great. Believe me.
Okay.
You just need to calm down, just stay calm, and focus on her. She is, she's the person going on a date with, so she's gonna be the most important thing there. And
Okay.
she's obviously interested in you if she was that insistent. So,
Yeah, normally people don't, like being, around. You, never mind.
look, we're your teammates. We understand that. And we're around you. So, you will be great, and we'll be there to support you. Right, Amy?
Yes. We will definitely be there to support you. Because we are friends. And teammates. And friend mates.
Just like looks at her, just like,
I know
Yes.
how that sounded after I said it, and I'm just gonna move on with a brave front and pretend that it wasn't weird.
Mhm. God damn it. Yeah, X, definitely the person that was in the in the prologue of this episode. Well, I don't know when Liam's gonna get here, but we should probably fill him in, right?
Okay. How about this? Are you made of copper and tellurium? Because you are CUTE.
I like do that. I do that thing from Hitch where I'm just standing there and like just nodding, and then I reach out and I just lightly smack her across the cheek.
I was expecting it.
Randomly across the city, Liam just gets just starts to cringe, and he doesn't know why.
Never say that again.
Yeah, don't.
You don't have don't drop one-liners. First of all, one-liners is my thing.
Yes. So unless Hummingbird is going to come over and start dropping one-liners, which would be interesting. I'd film that. Whatever. Anyway, unless that's happening, just again be yourself. Don't.
Yeah,
Don't-
Zoe,
But
you're
myself
awesome.
is a terrible person.
You're not. So that's just wrong.
Exactly. You are stronger than you think.
There's a reason for that.
Well, don't worry about that either.
Again, what's the worst that can happen? And no, Amy, don't say anything about that. It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the handless guy's gonna show up, or the sewer monster or anything. It'll be fine.
Exactly. We'll be
There's
fine.
no sewer. There's no sewer manholes around the. Actually, there probably are. Never mind.
No,
No,
it's
probably not, actually.
Isn't that restaurant up 25 floors or something like
It's
that?
also really fancy. So
It is really fancy.
Yeah, you should be fine. Again, we'll be there. If some hood busts in, we'll be there. And then you get to straight up just be yourself because you're already in costume. It's perfect.
maybe we should have Liam pretend that he's a hood. and
No,
then we can beat him up.
No, that's a terrible idea.
You think that'll work?
No.
No, probably. Like, she was about to say yes, and then Parisa's like, no, and then she does that thing where it's like, yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, we should totally not do that.
No. Aegis will show up.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point.
If Aegis wasn't showing up, I might have said yes. But Aegis would definitely show up. We're in the middle of, like, Uptown or wherever it actually is. She would say the right part of the city. And who knows? Maybe the mayor will be there too. That's the last thing we'd want.
Oh, God. There's just a look of stark terror.
I probably wouldn't have mentioned that.
Yeah, except that wouldn't make any sense because it's a first date, so the mayor probably wouldn't be there. So the priest is just like, but he probably won't be there. He probably won't be there. That doesn't make any sense. It's a first date, right?
Yeah.
So,
I would, if this is the second date, I would have hated to have seen her on the first.
Yeah. I mean, at least that means there was a first date, and this is a second.
True.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there. Liam's gonna be there. You're gonna be able to tell him stuff that you want to eat.
Oh, yeah,
Or are you just inserting yourself in?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, that's fair.
Rin left a while ago, I think.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago. Oh, hey, Liam.
Oh, well, speaking of Liam,
Hi, Liam.
What's up?
And it's less that Amy's in her mat, like she's not in full costume. She's probably in like civilian version of her costume. So she's like wearing a hoodie and like jeans and like shoes, but she still has the mask on. But it's again pulled up to her nose, and she has her hood pulled up.
Wait, so are you planning to wear your masks?
I don't know if I'd be allowed in the restaurant with a mech suit. So
I don't wear a mask.
I just won't go as Hummingbird. Because that would be weird if I was the only one besides you in costume, and then people would see me, and then the cover would be blown, and ha 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 who yep, this is fine.
Yep, we're all going separately. It's fine.
Well, we're going.
What is happening?
Okay. Game plan here. So,
Very important mission.
yes.
I
Zoe's
want to
going on
see.
the date.
Okay. I was gonna say, how long can we tell him what the plan is without actually telling him what the
I actually no.
only what we're doing?
Let's strike that. I like that a lot better. Just like, all right, Zoe is meeting someone very important. We are here to assist her with meeting that person. Hummingbird and I will be together. You will be dressing up as a waiter.
Okay, that text makes a lot more sense now.
Yes. So you will be infiltrating there, helping her out as the waiter. We will be, we will be at another area, also helping her with mostly hand signals, some text probably, I imagine.
In our comms.
Yes, our comms exactly. So that's what we'll be doing, but Zoe will be taking the lead on. This is her mission, but we're here to help her.
Because we're a team.
Okay, what's the objective of the mission?
To ensure that everything goes smoothly.
Yep.
And then to make sure that Zoe leaves and everybody is safe afterwards.
Ha ha. Smooth.
You can see that this might be a bit of a thing. That's why we're bringing the whole team in on it.
Exactly.
Oh, this is the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Okay, who is Zoe meeting?
You remember Olivia, right?
Mayor's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who she's meeting.
So we need you to be a waiter.
Mhm.
because let's face it, the mayor probably doesn't remember what we all look like. I mean, like, besides the costumes, like, you're not gonna go in costume. So.
Yeah. Especially if you're dressed as a waiter. No one will recognize you. No one. Your powers of disguise, so good. Masterful.
But did you have a waiter's outfit?
I mean, we can probably.
What do
get
their
one
waiters
over
look
there.
like?
They're
Right. So we're probably gonna have to jump one of the waiters there for a good cause.
no.
Just not gonna-
No. We don't need to.
Just some poor waiter is just like, yep, I'm on a break, and then just gets jumped by 3 teenage superheroes.
We're not going to need to jump anyone. We can definitely get a waiter's outfit. That will not be difficult.
Okay.
Because I imagine they're just like tuxes with vests, or or not like they're like suits.
White shirt, black,
Yeah.
bow tie.
Yeah, it
But
seems
You
the
do need
description
to.
seemed to be like nice, like upper class, nice place. So
Yeah.
probably like that.
But what about like a name tag? Don't they need like the little name tags? We're probably gonna have to steal a name tag,
Oh no.
and you'll be Steve.
This is a much nicer place. None of them have name tags.
And
Oh,
there's
They don't have the names. Okay.
Yeah, the people who eat there, so important. They don't even care what their names are.
Sure. Yeah, that. I've never been there, but I know from places like it that that's the case. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. So we're going to be fine. He'll be incognito. And we'll be incognito. And you'll be great. You'll be amazing.
Okay.
A waiter.
And you'll be a waiter.
You'll be a waiter.
Waiter.
I have doubts.
Waiter is like that's the linchpin of this whole plan. Is the waiter.
Exactly.
And no one would buy someone like me as a waiter.
Same. Just like kind of like, yeah, no, probably not.
I feel like I should be insulted, but I also don't care.
That's probably a good feeling to have.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Well, you said it was at 9?
Yes.
Well, you should get dressed, and then we should get over there. We should probably not all be there at the same time. That would be weird thing. Hummingbird and I think we'll get there first.
Right.
Set up.
Should I arrive early or fashionably late? Probably. Oh,
I want to hear what you think.
Yeah. what does Zoe think before we just like
Do I need to make a dramatic entrance? Like fall from the ceiling?
Okay, no.
Okay.
No.
Just walk through the front door.
Yes.
No portals. Or
no, just
falling with style.
No, just walking.
No, Buzz did that.
1 foot in front of the other.
I would say, yeah, just normal entrance.
Okay.
Don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. Again, you'll be great.
I have a good feeling about this.
Scene.
Like
And Liam still doesn't know.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part about this.
we're gonna get there and it's gonna be like it's not gonna be like a date at all. It's like, so I have ambition for you. I was like,
Oh my god, I hope so. That would be the greatest.
That would be great because Amy and Teresa are gonna be under the assumption that this is an actual date, and Liam is on the two different levels of like he doesn't know it's a date, but doesn't know that it's not a date.
I know that it's something.
Yeah.
He knows that it's a mission, but he has to be a waiter?
Which is not something he's never had to do. He doesn't do the disguise thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. This is exactly the type of...
There's an explosion in the kitchen. It's like, what was that? Nothing.
Nothing!
It's all mine!
I was just keeping this warm! This is the greatest plan, obviously.
This is...
Yeah, send the Nova to do normal people things.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hey, I know mundane's my thing, but Parisa basically asked Amy out on a date, and she wasn't saying no to that.
Was it intentional?
We'll never know.
I'll never
Until
know.
we do a scene later that addresses it. Some other time.
Was it intentional? You decide!
That rapscallion hummingbird out on a date. Maybe. I don't know how I know that. She wasn't in costume.
He wasn't costume. Yeah. Hummingbird scene entering public bathroom. Just like that's it. Alright.
Hummingbird scene entering public bathroom. You decide.
Was it a public bathroom or wasn't it? Who knows? Could have been anything. Am I
secret lair?
Am I in her house? Who knows? You decide.
You decide.
You don't know if I'm breaking a law.
It's just no context whatsoever.
Yeah. It's definitely definitely the one is
Eventually boils down to Hummingbird, you decide.
Hummingbird, you decide. Hummingbird seen defacing public property. Is she a hooligan? A vagrant? You decide. And it's just her entering the public bathroom. It's like, okay, sure, triple B, 3 Bs.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
The question is, will this blogger turn into Dr. Bees?
I hope so.
Ace Triple B stands for Big Bad Boss. He's a bad guy.
I knew it. Never should have trusted him. Not that we did.
I didn't. She's routinely giving me reason not to trust them.
True. Damn Triple B. Damn Triple B. So yeah, we have an hour and a half before this date happens, I guess. So I guess that's an hour and a half of us trying to ensure that Zoe doesn't freak out.
Yeah, waiting's not hard. That's easy.
You're going to be great.
It's gonna be fine.
We're going to be there.
Still waiting. Why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long?
Because that's how time works.
I don't know, the scene guy hasn't transitioned yet.
I mean, we could. We probably we're not in the public bathroom anymore.
I'm gonna say we transition, probably back to headquarters at this point.
Yeah, back to the hideout. It's like, going to be fine. You're going to be great. Oh, right. I have to. Liam, I'll get you a waiter outfit. Give me a few minutes. Just like starts rummaging around and making a call.
Right.
Do you just have? Do you have a waiter guy?
No, I don't have a waiter guy, but I know people with suits. It's just like, it's fine. It's more of a question of getting one that fits you, you know? We're tending more towards James Bond, maybe? Takes a look, just like, Anyway, I'll go find that. You three...
Scout the area? Right, that sounds like a good idea.
No.
Stay here. I'll be right back. Yeah, and she goes to the other room to make this call and like look through like a closet, just being like, "Do I have something that can do this?"
And Amy's head's like, "Oh God, I need to dress nice. This is a nice place."
Okay, sorry. There were technical
Welcome
difficulties
back.
going on with.
Oh, you missed some good stuff.
I heard bits
Good.
and pieces, but there was technical
We have
difficulties with the
a
Wi-Fi
masterful
and
plan.
printer. Oh, this.
You want to hear the plan?
Yeah, I need
It's pretty
I
brilliant.
need to hear the plan.
All right, so this is the plan. So, Amy and Parisa are gonna go on this date, but like at a different table. So they're going to basically be on a date in the same place.
Hmm.
But because that would be no fun for Liam, we came up with the idea that Liam is involved because Liam is going to be dressed up as a waiter,
Mm-hmm. That's
and then
legit,
he
checks
is
out.
going to be serving their table, while the other two are doing the comms and like making gestures. And the best part is, we have convinced Liam to go ahead with this without telling him what the actual purpose of this trip is for. So he doesn't know that he's going to be a waiter for Zoe to be on a date.
I
It's
see.
just a serious mission.
Like, we have presented this as a mission to him, and he's like, "All right, I'm down."
Excellent.
Also, Triple B said, Hummingbird, seen entering public bathrooms. You decide.
You decide.
Yep.
Hummingbird soliciting individuals in public park bathrooms.
So we're currently at the hideout, and Parisa's trying to find a waiter outfit for Liam.
Yeah. All right. Do you all need to take a break? We are at a 2-hour mark.
That'd be
I would
nice.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll take a quick 5 then, because I can pull my stuff back together now that I've been away for a moment.
everything good?
Yeah, no, it was just some Wi-Fi issues and the printer
Oh, okay.
problem, so I just had to go do some IT stuff. But
No problem.
I'm gonna step away as well, grab something to drink, and then we will all reconvene in a few minutes.
All right. I have a good feeling about this, guys. It's gonna be great.
I'm back. And I have Rice Krispie treats.
Is anyone back?
I am.
I'm back.
So we're just waiting for Rindus. Guess we could do more date prep. Is this gonna be? This is gonna end up being like for anyone who's played Shadowrun, it's gonna be like Shadowrun, where you do all the legwork and you do like this intricate plan beforehand, and it instantly goes sideways.
I think that's just RPGs in general.
Typically.
See, that's the thing, though. Never make plans in RPGs. Then you'll never have them go sideways.
Yes, you set up where you're going to be and what the objective is, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Just be at the place.
And if you're doing Shadowrun, maybe a car scene.
Yeah, exactly. Easy. But that's never how it works, because it's Shadowrun. Gonna be great.
I've always wanted to play Shadowrun.
If only the system wasn't so bad.
A new edition might solve a lot of the problems.
I doubt it. From the stuff I've seen, for people who've seen the system, it doesn't look much better. They have things like where it specifies the penetration by like millimeters of like bullets versus like barriers. It's weird. There's just some weird stuff in it. It's just like, okay, great. That's why I'm not like super up on it. I am playing a system that's like Blades in the Dark Shadowrun, sort of. I am playing that right now, and that's a bit better, but it has Karma in the Dark has its own process. But yeah.
My big thing for Shadowrun is the newer version more approachable than the current, because
It's the RPG for people who don't have any dice other than a D6.
well, there's a lot of those.
I was about to say there are a lot of games that you can do that in.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, the current one is such a rules crunch that it's very discouraging for new people, and you've got to have somebody who really knows their stuff to run it. I've tried to dissect it and run it before, and I was like, this is just too much. And then you got to have like the gentleman's rules about sniper rifles and all kinds of stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
because if you get a sniper rifle, then they get sniper rifles, and if they have sniper rifles, then it's a whole.
Theirs are better than yours.
Yeah,
And they have more than one.
There's a whole thing where if you fuck up and all of a sudden Lone Star shows up and they've got sniper teams on the roofs. It's that Hong Kong opening all over.
What a good
Such
game.
a good game. I love that game. Dragonfall and Hong Kong are so good.
They are.
Yeah, it's like, hey, here's these cool Shadowrunners. They're really great. Oh, there's his brains all over the floor because they had snipers. We didn't sign the gentleman's rule for this game.
They didn't sign the gentleman's rule in Dragonfall because one of your team gets a sniper rifle and none of the enemy do.
Oof.
Please. Just it's not like that game's not hard anyway, even though one of your teammates has a sniper.
Oh, it is. It's a good kind of hard, though.
I love
It
that
is.
game. I love them. I love both of those. Not the first one. The first one I hated.
Well,
First
the
one
first
was-
one was the first one. Yeah, you have to think about it as a proof of concept. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's essentially what it is.
Mm.
It wasn't good, but I had fun with it.
Okay, so to put it into perspective why I hated it, I played a decker. You know how many times you deck in the final scene? None. You do no decking in the final dungeon. It was boring. You do maybe 2 instances of any decking in the original campaign in Shadowrun.
Rigor also wasn't very good.
I played an adept in the first game, I think, because I played an adept in that, and then I played a rigger in Dragonfall, and I played a decker in Hong Kong. Which playing a decker in Hong Kong was really funny because one of the people you get one of the teammates you get is a decker, and I never used her because I just went on missions instead.
Her loyalty mission is the most fun ever.
I didn't get to play it because I just never
Yeah.
used it.
So you go to DeckerCon, it's just as great as it sounds. And there is a moment where you're doing basically what we're doing with Zoe, where you're overcomes and you're basically telling her what to say to people. And then there's a moment where you get caught and you have to talk to this guy, but your mic is still open. So anything you say, your friend is also going to say. So you have to like figure out which dialogue choice makes the most sense for both conversations.
That's amazing.
I love that. Like that right there, mate, was like when I just said, this is amazing. Like that is the greatest loyalty mission I've ever done in any game.
I did the one for the ghoul.
I like him too.
He's awesome. He's fantastic. I used him on pretty much every single mission after I got him because I'm like, he is so good. Also, the mission where you go and you go to the party with all the like directors and stuff.
Yes, that was also pretty
All
fun.
the movie people, if you bring him, there's like special dialogue stuff that goes with it because they're like, wait, there's a ghoul. And you're just like, if you have high charisma, you're like, no, he's an actor. He's an actor with a lot of makeup.
Wait, what's a ghoul in Shadowrun terms?
Shadowrun ghouls are people with HMHVV virus, which is a virus.
It's a virus.
It's like a
Okay.
It's a virus that's like it's an undead virus basically. Because vampires also come from it as a different strain. So ghouls have to eat flesh in order to survive.
So it's a little bit like the Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, very much Tokyo Ghoul. So yeah. Anyway,
Anywho,
masks.
Mass.
Yeah, we have a hysterical quest in mass. We can talk about that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure out this fun time.
A
Alrighty.
restaurant to go to.
And a restaurant to go to. Oh, let me change the music here. So, once you all have had time to situate, plan, get ready, the camera moves from the sun setting to early evening, just after dark. Did we ever say what restaurant you were going to?
I know it was an upper class one.
Mm-hmm.
It was just fancy as far as I remember.
All right. We're going to call it the Silver Spire. Because it's one of those like the one Seattle Tower restaurant where it's like elevated above the city,
top
and
floor.
top floor. You can see it overlooking the entire Halcyon City, and it's called the Silver Spire because it was founded by a redeemed hood from the Silver Age, and they called him Master Chef, and he was a he was a cook villain, and he ended up redeeming himself. And this is basically if Gordon Ramsay was lawful evil and also put on a superhero persona.
So Gordon Ramsay.
The secret ingredient is destruction. Perfect. He's a super villain.
You said he was redeemed.
He is redeemed. Well, that doesn't mean he became a cape, but he's giving back to society now by being a famous chef and by cooking for the people instead. And it's like part of his parole that he can't use his cooking for evil and etc. But
So sentence I never thought I'd hear.
yeah, he can't use his
It's a
cooking.
sentence I'm glad to hear.
So
Look, Master Chef, you can go out there. You can live your life. So help me God. If I ever hear that you turn your oven to evil again, I'm taking you down.
you're gonna have to crank that oven up to evil.
You'll be washing dishes for the rest of your life.
So he would be a cross between, like I said, he would be a cross between Gordon Ramsay's and Grandma Stuff'em's from Kids Next Door, where he would make living food that would attack people, because that's the sort of thing a Silver Age villain would do.
Definitely.
But yeah,
With
he's
the mighty food-ons.
Yeah, even that. Yeah, that's another good example. But he would make, living, destructive food, and he would, force people to eat, and, you would eat until you die, sort of thing. But nobody ever actually died. They usually just got indigestion.
I can see why he maybe decided to not be a villain anymore.
His thing was he always shouted at capes that came after him, "I'll never be a sous chef again."
Yep. Yep. He's like better to chef in hell than sue in heaven, or something along those lines. But yeah, and I think his cape counterpart would probably have been called Ratatouille, and it would have been another transformed hero, and it is just a giant mouse person. It is a duo crime fighting team. They are called Ratatouille. It is a giant transformed mouse abomination and a person with shrinking powers that is a fully normal person, but he can control the giant mouse by sitting on its head and issuing it commands.
By pulling its whisker.
Awesome.
By pulling on its hair, yeah. And so the two of them would always fight Master Chef. Yep. All right. So the scene sets on this high rise, the Silver Spire. The proverbial who's who are there and dining, and the scene probably settles in first on Parissa and Amy being settled in first. And what does Parissa and Amy's date attire look like?
I hadn't thought about this, so now I gotta call it something.
Well, to the Google search.
I'm just gonna make something off the top of my head. It's a fancy place, so it's got to be something suitably fancy and in fitting with how Parissa is. She's gonna be wearing a. Let's see. Oh, I've got some. She's wearing she's gonna be wearing a sleeveless black dress. That has a cut down the right leg, down the right leg up to probably her mid thigh. And she's wearing low heels. Probably, what color would they be? Probably gray, some gray low heels. Yeah. And she's got her hair how she normally has it, because she doesn't have to actually change it very much for date things. But obviously she's cleaned up. She doesn't have any grease or anything from working on the mech or anything like that. So, yeah, that's her attire. Pretty simple, but still very elegant.
I imagine Amy is probably wearing a green dress. Probably long skirt, goes down to her ankles. Short heels, because I can't even begin to imagine her, even with her amazing dexterity, to enjoy long heels. And yeah, she probably has her hair done up. And most notable is the fact that she doesn't have her mask on at all because she's not there as a hummingbird.
Oh, interesting for Liam later.
And she does have her glasses on, so Parisa gets to see that.
Oh no,
Wow,
she's Clark Kent and me.
She has glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never be able to pierce this disguise.
You don't know what she looks like.
No idea what she looks like.
You know what Parisa looks like though, and Liam's going to have many questions.
It's just shit. Pris has been compromised. Who is this villain?
Yes. Hummingbird's actually on the ceiling. You just haven't seen her, obviously.
Yeah. So the two of you are sitting at the table. You've probably taken the time to. You don't have any trouble getting in. Amy's family has enough pull to be able to get you guys a table on short notice. They're more than happy to accommodate you. You have mommy's credit card, so you don't need to worry about paying. And you probably are just like, yeah, I want to go out to the Silver Spire with a friend, cough. Or however you want to address it. How do you address it to your mom's?
Why do you put me on the spot?
Because they're gonna want to know about this expensive Friday dinner.
You know, I'm going out with a friend.
And it's probably
Who
both.
is a
It's
girl?
I was gonna say it's probably both of them on the line, and the first thing they go, "Is it a boy? Is it a girl?" And then you say with a girl, and they're both like, "Ooh."
Okay, do you really? You're both grown-ups. You don't have to go. Ooh.
Tell us about her. What does she do?
She is an apprentice to. Yeah. A mechanist.
Gearhead, rugged. I like it. You hear,
oh my god!
You hear your mom say, and your mother is like, and where does she go to school?
At a school. This one, because
Yeah.
I know. And she says what school Parisa goes to. Yeah.
The preparatory.
Whatever the prep school is that she goes to.
She goes to the preppy school name here.
I'll come up with one if we need it.
It's pronounced Namhia.
Yeah. Numya.
Numya. And you'll be bringing her back for us to meet later?
Wait, I don't. How about maybe I don't. Maybe I.
You know, darling, you're getting to that age. If you need us to just not be in the house when you come home,
my god!
you can just send us a winky face
I'm
emoji,
gonna
and we'll go see a movie.
I love both of you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. We love you too.
I'm hanging up. I'm hanging up and I'm flinging the phone away like it's possessed by something.
Now the real question was Parisa standing there during the whole conversation?
Probably not.
No, I imagine she went to a closet somewhere to have this conversation and just hid.
What was your mentor's name?
His hero name or
Steel Gunner.
Steel Gunner.
Yeah, Steel Gunner's just like tapping into the line, like, my god, what's going on?
My god. Thought I raised her better than this.
This is what my mentor's up to.
My protege.
Yeah,
This coffee.
this is my mentee. His coffee. He's gonna try sneaking in. Parisa.
I need you to sneak back into the Blackport coffee. Give me another one of these ventees. For research.
Research purposes.
So the two of you are sitting at a table. a very nice and luxurious restaurant. Probably far nicer than anything Parisa has seen. It's pretty standard fare, but very nice upscale for Amy. The tables are spaced out so people have romantic privacy. The pristine white tablecloths, candles in front of there. They provide water and wine, and they don't even card because this is a nice upscale French restaurant. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's okay. We don't card here. Legally, we're allowed not to because reasons.
And then Amy gets that nice moment where, because she has bilingual parents,
Mm-hmm.
she absolutely orders in French.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's this moment where Amy shows off to Parisa ordering your meals in French. How does Parisa handle that? Does she swoon at omelette au fromage?
Omelette au fromage.
Man, I didn't know it was like that. We're sorry.
She doesn't. She like keeps like kind of like
Oh,
a
that's
passive enough composure
Hmm.
until the waiter leaves, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you spoke French."
My,
Je n'enteste
my,
the simplicity.
well, aren't you awesome, Shay?
Mhm.
I mean that wholeheartedly. I always thought it would be cool to learn another language.
I do not know the language.
Oh, well,
I know bits.
Why
I know bits and pieces.
I
It's
take it
all
back. And she says, "Oh, my mother is French, so."
Oh, well, that's good. I mean,
Yep. She wanted to make sure that I could talk to my relatives whenever we visited.
yeah, I know Farsi for that. Haven't used it much recently though. Hmm. Well, it seems like you've been here before.
Once, maybe, when I was really little. I think my mom got a grant and they wanted to celebrate.
Wow, quite the place to celebrate, huh?
Yeah. Not a lot of food for a kid, but I didn't really complain that much. I was a great kid, by the way. Super great.
I can believe that.
Good. I'm glad that you. Yes.
Wouldn't say otherwise.
Yep.
Mhm.
This is going well.
Yeah, it's probably like 10, 15 minutes after you order before there's like a buzz around the dining room area. All the people seem to be turning their attention and noticing. There's like a sudden influx of paparazzi around the main entrance as like there's flashes of cameras and questions as a young woman in a very nice and sparkling black dress walks in. She has the skin complexion of like a deep caramel that shows off because she has like the long cut down the legs as well on both sides of her dress, and nice dark stiletto heels and one of those like nice shawls. But she's walking beside your fully costumed Asriel, and the questions are like buzzing in. And they're like, Miss Gutierrez, are you and this superhero in a relationship? Tell us about it. How did you meet? You know, they're throwing all of the questions around, and she's just smiling and kind of, you know, occasionally answering a couple of things. But you know, some of the questions are being tossed at Asriel too, and one in particular pops up. It says, as the questions are coming through, you hear, especially Amy hears, "Be Bruna Brinson of the Daily Inquirer. Are you infatuated with the mayor's daughter after rescuing her? And can you tell me anything about the nefarious hummingbird's actions to kill your newest love interest?"
What?
Wow.
Holy shit!
I bury
That wa-
my head in my hands.
Yeah, it was loud enough for Amy to hear.
I just go, ha ha, no. Yes, no, yeah. Not in that order.
So you do admit that the hummingbird is a villainous individual. The people want to know.
You decide.
You decide.
No! To that one in particular.
No, she's not good for the benefit of the city.
God damn it.
And finally you hear, that's enough questions. We have a dinner to get to. Thank you all for coming. And Olivia kind of steps between them, and there's like a collective aww before they like scurry off and leave her to walk with you before a hostess is like, welcome back, Miss Gutierrez. And you are... And she looks at you, Azriel.
Azrael.
Azriel, we have a cape with us. How fantastic. Wonderful. Please, the two of you, come sit. We reserve the best table for you. And, of course, it's the table square in the middle of the Silver Spire dining floor, so everyone can see you having dinner with the mayor's daughter.
So this whole time, like, I am glad I have my mask, but I'm sure part of my blush is bleeding through.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those open, lower-faced ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely showing.
And I was like as soon as all the paparazzi leaves, I visibly relax, and then I see it right in the middle again, and I visibly tense up again.
And so the two of you sit, and you're seated across from one another. Once again, nice and romantic-looking dinner table arrangements, and she smiles and she says, "So, it is not every day that I am rescued by a cape, especially not one so charming. Tell me about yourself, Azriel. It is good that the people get a chance to see their heroes."
Well, I had never considered myself charming. I guess I wasn't. I didn't. I'd never been, good around, people, I guess. But and I just take a long drink of the water.
Mm-hmm. And it's about this time that a waiter-dressed Liam approaches with a pitcher of water to pour into your glass. Liam.
Is it wrong that part of me is hoping that he's like, this is why we're doing this? And he just fucking throws the thing on the ground
Yeah,
and just walks out.
Liam, you arrive at the table, seeing your target, Miss Olivia Gutierrez, and you approach probably with Azriel's back to you, so when you turn and present the water... Say the line, Warlock.
I do pour out the water, and then I go. Once it's sure that they don't need anything else, I go to Parisa and Parisa's table.
Parisa and Parisa's table.
Parisa and I don't know who the fuck that is.
So you just pour the water and then quickly book it?
Because I'm not going to try to ruin this for Zoe, but I'm going to go up and be like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you approach, you beat a hasty retreat after not... Well, does Azriel see Liam in a waiter outfit, or is she too flustered to notice?
Way too flustered.
Way too flustered to notice. All right, so you walk up to Parisa's table, where you see her in a nice outfit, seated next to a woman or a young girl you've never seen before.
Okay, you didn't tell me this was for a date.
It was implied. What the...
Was it?
Yes! Keep it down.
Really?
Yes!
You said this was an important mission. It is an important
It's an
mission.
important mission for love.
Look at how happy they are.
Also, who is that?
Oh, just like looks over at Amy, just being like,
It's probably worth mentioning that this is the first time Priest has ever seen Amy unmasked.
yeah, just like, oh, this is.
I think I get a thing for that too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I do.
yeah, you do. You have a.
When you reveal your secret identity to someone who didn't know it already, mark potential. So yeah.
There you go.
All right.
This is
Hi,
Amy.
I'm Amy. Nice to meet you.
She just like lets you you're just like, there we go.
We already ordered. So
Yeah, but yeah, it's a date. We just need to make sure that Zoe doesn't freak. Or she doesn't say Zoe because like she's trying to keep the facade. It's like that Azrael doesn't freak out too much. It's just want this to go smoothly. Again, what we said in the mission briefing.
Okay.
Yeah,
But Liam, where's Hummingbird?
She's probably keeping a lookout somewhere.
Hey, don't answer for him. But Liam, where's Hummingbird?
Okay, but where's Bird?
She's
I don't think we ordered anything like I don't think we ordered bird.
yeah.
We didn't order any duck.
Amy, I've got this. And she like gets up and is just like, she's keeping Overwatch, trying to keep a low profile, you know? Just go with it.
Okay, and then I'm going to walk away.
And she sits back down. Sorry about that. You know, it's. I mean, this is
When he's out of earshot, she starts laughing.
just like, God, how could you put me up to that? Just.
Oh, that was the whole reason I wanted to do this.
It's just like has her head in her hands, just like, oh no, what have I got myself into?
Yes.
So, I had this friend who's, encouraging me to pursue, other goals like, take classes. So I was thinking, I really don't know what to do. What am I good at? I don't know what I'm good at.
Just relax.
That's when the comm would chime in and be like, no, don't be down on yourself.
Just relax. We're here to have fun. Tell me a bit about your... how did you come across your powers?
My shoulders slump a little. I was kind of born to them. From what I hear, my mom never really had anyone. I just sort of happened, and I was sort of the freak growing up.
It looks like you turned out alright to me.
I look around and I'm going to try to see if there's anyone else paying attention, like at all.
Oh, there are eyes on you.
But can anyone hear us?
I think that there is a respectful eavesdropping, but they're not like leaned in to hear what you're saying. You were put in a public place to be seen.
So can I roll like an assess to see if I can?
You absolutely can. And Liam, yes. I want you to roll me a mundane, and we'll see how well you're...
Hell yeah.
Oh shit, he's terrible at that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
-1.
Oh
Wait,
god!
Wait, I'm gonna help Liam with the team. I'm gonna spend a team, and again, it's the like when he comes by our table and he's like, "I'm not doing this." It's like, "No, you got this," and like gives a few pointers because Paris been looking at the other waiters and being like, "What are they doing?" So yeah, there we go.
You've been watching the waiters, and you give him the pointers on how to do it, and you keep him from being a complete train wreck. Because yeah, I would have definitely taken a hard move against that. So he would have. I would say. No, it just passes. Nothing really. I don't need to put any side conditions. So I was like, it's not a great job. This would be the kind of waiter where it's like they check on you.
You can tell they're obviously new.
Yeah, you can tell they're new. They have to come back and double check your order. He probably doesn't refill your guys' drinks as much as he should. He checks on you once, and this'll be like over the course of the night. But as more stuff happens, Liam, you can still pop in and out and participate in the scene. But this is just your overall performance. It's probably where they'll leave you something for a tip, but it's not great if you were actually working. To assess the situation, you can ask one question with that success.
My question would be if I can, if I speak low and like put my hands over my mouth just like casually, just to hide my lips, can I speak without being heard by other people who are watching us?
So your question is, are people watching you? Because I already confirmed that.
My question is, am I able to speak low enough so that other people do not pick it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So like I do that, I kind of like lean forward a bit and like fold my hands and just like look like I'm just relaxing a little bit, but I do speak in a lower tone, and like normally I wouldn't say anything about it, but I'm like super nervous and flustered, and she's asking questions, so it's like a lot of my power is fed to me by another force I don't really know about.
And she says, I see. How fascinating. Well, I have to be honest with you. When you all rescued me from... hold on.
The spider.
Yeah, because I should have thought about this a moment ago, but... When you rescued me from La Arana, which of course is Spanish for the spider, I was captivated by your abilities. You had such fury, such passion, and I have to admit, and she like reaches out and grabs your hand and says, I wanted to know more about my rescuer.
When she takes my hand, it's like immediately everything is every bit of skin that is visible, which isn't much, is just bright red.
Mm-hmm. And you hear in the back of your mind a voice that says, "Give in, indulge, take pleasure."
Eat her face. I'm weird. Don't. Just stop.
I'm kind of new to this, if it wasn't obvious.
It is a little obvious, but it is also quite adorable.
The comm cuts in. That's good. Go with that. Be adorable.
And like, in the back of my head, I'm like, how? Shit, they can't read my mind.
Give me a mundane roll, Asriel.
Uh-oh.
As you try to control your panicking.
Remember, we can help her over the mic. We can help her over the mic. Take a powerful blow. Oh, she's fine.
She's doing good.
Yeah, you're blushing and you're quite a mess, but it looks like you're holding it together pretty well. Your dinner arrives. It's a nice conversation. Everything seems to be going perfectly with the guidance from your group. Over at Parisa and Amy's table, your guys' food arrives as well, and before long, the band comes out, like the little roving band that plays romantic music, and they stop at your table and they start to serenade Amy with the music, and they're like, is this a special evening for the two lovers? And they're already playing.
It's like it's a first date.
Oh, how fantastic. Maybe buy a rose for the lovely flower. The lovely desert flower. And a rose salesman shows up too.
Wait, what?
You've never seen those fancy restaurants where the band will play.
Rin, do I sound like the kind of person that ever goes to a fancy restaurant?
That's fair. They're in fancy restaurants. They like to extort people on dates. They'll have the band come up and they'll play music in front of your table, and you pay them to go away. And then flower sellers will come by and they'll basically strong arm the men into buying their dates flowers, being like, "Oh, you don't want to buy a flower for your beautiful date? What kind of guy are you?" Sort of thing. But
basically they emasculate you unless you buy from them.
Mm-hmm. They'll emasculate you hard in front of your date if you don't buy them flowers.
I think it's amusing that they came up and apparently Amy was.
They know you. They know you have the money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Amy's the known quantity.
True. She's like, yes, I can buy a flower. She's at this point, she's probably like, oh my god, they're not going to leave, are they? She spends probably 30 seconds just trying to talk to Parisa, and then there's a look of,
the music.
Okay.
The music is very much an orchestral Kiss the Girl, which is what is playing in the background right now.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much. Here is your tip.
Yeah, and so they take the money and they're like, "And thank you, have a wonderful evening." And they start to migrate off. They migrate off and head to go harass another table. But there you are, holding this really elegant looking rose for Parisa.
Here you go. It's like super. I have no idea. I didn't plan for this.
Liam,
I'm so far out of my comfort.
Liam, you're moving to refill drinks when you see this mystery girl hand over a flower to your team leader.
Good for her.
Yeah, Parisa just takes thank you. Is that normal?
What they just did?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. They were gonna stay until I paid them.
Ugh, that's atrocious.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're gone now.
I mean, you have a nice flower that's gonna die in like 2 days from it, so that's small victories. Yay.
I guess, well, at least we're alone now, instead of with them.
Yes, that's great too.
I like to imagine there's just like a cut screen of a panicking Azrael and Amy.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruce Lane's sword. Well, it's at least we're here with a purpose. So
Yeah. And she's not doing so bad, actually.
yeah, she's doing pretty well. I'm proud of her.
Mm-hmm. And Liam, I think since we're getting near the 3-hour mark here, I think the last scene will be for you. You make your way back into the kitchen, still playing off this routine that you're a new and not very good waiter. But when you walk into the back, you overhear a conversation. You're very easy to identify Master Chef. He is an older-looking gentleman with graying blonde hair, but the left side of his face has been replaced with cybernetics, and there's probably like cooking cyberware type of things placed into the face that, and like a cybernetic eye that makes him determine the nominal temperature for fondues and stuff, perfectly. But he's having a conversation with an individual, and he says, "I don't fucking care what you're doing in me shop. You can't just be coming around here just because you're the spider." He says, hombre, lower your voice. It is not such a big deal that you and I are here having a conversation. Remember who helped you finance founding this establishment." He says, "You're fucking right. You did. You did me a solid." You hear this conversation. What do? You're kind of probably like around a corner and haven't approached. But you hear this conversation between Master Chef and who is obviously the spider.
I'm going to use telepathy to contact all of my allies and go, "The spider's here, the spider's here."
Unleash your powers.
Oh
Shit.
boy.
Oh no.
Ship.
We have comms!
Ah!
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, and
Damn.
if I used the comms, they would have heard me.
It's true.
You can walk away!
Oh, it would have been so good if that was a fail, though. It's like, everyone hears the spider's here. Even the spider. No, but that'll be where we...
What, I'm here? What?
Who
No,
said
I'm not.
Who said I'm here? But yeah, that'll be where we, it'll do, the spider's here. And it'll do, the 4-way crisscross of everyone, receiving this mental telepathy during the date. But it's the spider's here. And then it'll just go...
Go, Brad.
And it just says to be continued.
Oh!
Oh, it's a two-parter.
2-parter date episode.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why is this game so short?
Because our East Coaster people don't have a lot of time.
Get more time.
Get more time.
Hashtag get more time.
Hashtag get more time.
We have the end of session move, right?
Yes, and I did add your team at the start, too.
Sweet.
You need to take one team away. Because
Oh,
we
you did use
one.
it. That's true.
Yep.
So I
We
will
saved
take...
Liam from making
Making a horrible mistake. It would have been great if that one had happened, because it would have just been all kinds of good stuff. Alright, so, the end of the session. Someday I'll remember where this is.
The end of session move. At the end of every session, choose one. Grow closer to the team. Explain what made you feel welcome. Give influence to that character in clear condition or mark potential. Grow into your own image of yourself. Explain how you see yourself and why. Shift one label up and another down. Grow away from the team. Explain why you feel detached. Take influence over you away from another character.
Right. So let's just go down the list. Liam, since we ended on you, why don't we go ahead and jump on you first? Which do you want to take? Grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I'd say more grow into myself with the stuff that he does with the good scientist being shown this episode.
Alrighty. So that means you get to give
Shift your
influence.
labels.
Oh yeah, shift your labels. Shift
it.
one up and another down. Where are we going with this? You could probably fix that mundane because you were doing a real good job being a waiter.
And up superior down.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and flip-flop those. Alright. And then we'll go into Zoe, our resident popular girl, for the day.
Probably grow closer to the team because she's
Being
relying
helped by
on
the
them
team.
for, yeah.
Okay, so that means you can give influence. Explain who made you feel welcome. So you got to pick somebody, and you can give influence to them and clear a condition or mark potential.
I think it's mostly a combination between Amy and Parissa.
I think they both have influence over you right now.
They both do.
Yeah. So you just choose one of us, and then we'll shift your labels, and you get to clear a condition or mark potential.
Let's do Amy, I guess.
Alrighty, Amy. How do you want to shift her labels?
So I'm gonna shift your mundane down by one because she saw you panicking a lot. So I think, yeah. And then I'm gonna put your freak up by one.
Alrighty, so the freak's gonna cap out at 3.
Yep.
Alright. And then we'll jump to Amy, since you were the one who gained that influence. Do you grow closer? Do you grow into your own image? Or do you grow away from the team?
I'm probably gonna grow closer because that was a pretty
Nice date you had with
team-focused-
Parissa?
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna say that Parissa's the one that has the influence, and I believe she already has it over me.
I do. I have influence over the entire team.
Yeah, good leader. Alright, how are we shifting these labels, Parissa?
We're gonna shift. We're gonna shift her mundane up, and we're gonna shift her superior down.
Ew.
All right, I am at 3 mundane again.
Sweet. And so, lastly, that brings us to Parissa.
Mark potential.
Yeah, Amy definitely made me feel closer to the team. We had big, kind of a heart-to-heart when we were doing the sparring, as well as coming up with this really dumb plan that's actually kind of working, and being on a date, which is this totally fake date. Totally just
Yeah,
There is a
definitely
cover.
feels like
Totally-
a fake
totally fake.
date.
Yep, totally fake. Yeah. So, I think you already have influence.
I don't actually.
Oh well, you get influence over Parisa.
Nice.
And I'm gonna choose taking potential because I don't have any conditions.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think that's
Jay,
everyone.
remember, you can clear a condition or mark potential.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Okay.
And there weren't any failures tonight. Nope.
None that we stuck with, anyway.
None that we stuck with. Not many rolls tonight in general, but I think that was just because I had that AFK hiccup for the night that we didn't really get to do much more. But I think this was a fun character episode.
Oh, this was a blast. I absolutely loved this from start to finish.
Yeah, it was great. This is so teenage superhero. It's like it's on a date. What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? We have to help her.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're gonna go raid my buddy Varosh. He's not playing a tabletop game right now. He's just chilling and playing some Smash Bros. Playing Melee, so give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll go check him out and see what he's up to. Otherwise, this game will be on hiatus. I think we already talked to you about it too, Saint. Because Shay and I will be on vacation next week. I think I mentioned it during Outro's game.
I think so, yeah.
Shay and I will be on vacation next week. And then I will be out of town for job training on the 10th and the 17th. I will not be able to stream myself. So those 2 weeks will be down. So we'll be down for 3 weeks. We'll be back on the 24th for this game.
For date part 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, geez, that's a really rough cliffhanger to leave it on. Oof.
Yeah, it happens.
It does.
Just so people know, I am considering probably going to do it. I'm going to probably, while Ren is away, I'm going to run some one-shots of various systems. Saint, if you have the time, I will definitely poke you to see if you want to play.
Sounds good.
And, yeah. So, keep an eye out for that. Because when the cat's away, the mice are going to play. Mouse guard.
Yay.
God.
I might do a masks game, like a one shot of I don't know. We'll see.
If you do a one-shot, I'll definitely see if I can...
Yeah, you can play, you just can't run.
I just can't run because I won't have my computer. I won't have my main computer. I'll have my laptop with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just too lazy to set up OBS on it. And probably don't want to pay for streaming over hotel connection.
No, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, we're going to pop out. I'm going to send us over to Raid. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. We shot up to 9 viewers towards the end there. I'm really glad that date night was so popular. Alright. Let's go Raid. Invalid username. Raid. Roche, yes. There we go. So again, yeah, he's playing Smash Brothers Melee. Check him out if you want. He's a pretty cool guy. Very chill. Otherwise, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right.